Hello, all of you. Myself, Dr. Landge Yogita. I am working as an assistant professor in Tulsi College of Computer Science and IT BID. I am representing a seminar on the video display devices. This seminar has been created for the fulfillment of the refresher course which has been arranged by UGC HRDC and Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada Vidyapith Aurangabad. All of you are welcome here. I am delivering a seminar on the display devices. While proceeding furtherly to the display devices, we will firstly get understood about what is a computer. Computer is an electronic programmable machine which operates on our commands. Now computer is having the two parts, basically software programs and hardware devices. The softwares which are furtherly classified as system and application, and hardware are considered of the three types: input, which are taking the input from the users; processing, that is evaluating; and output, that is getting the result from the computers. The examples of each and every one are represented in PPT, in which example for system software can be considered as an operating system, while for the application software it will be MS Office suite. The input devices, that is a hardware part in which we are going to physically see the objects. Whatever we are going to see physically, that will be the part of hardware. Hardware in which input devices, which will include keyboard, mouse, scanner, etc. The processing device, which will include CPU, and output devices, that will be the screen or printer. The hardware devices, as justly I have told you, the some examples that we can consider for the input devices are keyboard, mouse, scanner, mic, touch panel, light pen, joystick, etc. The processing device, that has been called as a CPU, that is central processing unit, which will include memory unit, arithmetic unit, and control unit. The output devices that are mostly used are the printer, monitor, speaker, etc. Here is a in detailed list of the input devices that are used in day-to-day life, that are the keyboard, mouse, joystick, light pen, trackball, scanner, graphic tablet, microphone, magnetic ink card reader (MICR), optical character reader (OCR), optical mark reader OMR, and barcode reader. These are used as the input devices. This is a pictorial representation of the input devices, which is including keyboard, scanner, trackball, MICR, touchpad, touch panel, joystick, barcode reader, mouse. Whole of these are the input devices. By its literal meaning, input stands for entering the data inside the computers. These are the devices which are helping us to keep the data to the computers. The processing device will include these sections, that is a central processing unit, graphic processing unit, motherboard, sound card, network card, and microprocessor, which can also be the some inner parts of processing device can be shown as follows, which includes system fan, heat sink, motherboard, floppy, optical drive, processing CPU, power supply, and RAM modules. While we proceeding towards the output devices, now we are coming towards our point, that is the monitor, printer, speakers, headphones, projector, GPS, plotter, a braille embosser, haptic devices, and 3D printer. This is a again pictorial representation of the output devices of the computers. Now, while we are proceeding towards the display devices, we might understand that when and how an image to be created. When we are considering a displaying of an image, that is done through the display processor. Display processor is a interpreter or hardware that will convert our code into the picture. As you can understand, the computers are knowing only 0 1 and human want to process the image. This display processor is having some silent features. It is generating various line styles. It used for the graphics display processor. Video controller is a device that works on CRT that we will go to understand laterly now. Now, when we are considering about the monitors, monitor or screen or alternatively called as visual display devices. These visual display devices or monitors are having 4 types. In the old days, that was limited only to CRT, that is the cathode ray tube. Nowadays, it is used in some different technologies, and that are the LCDs, liquid crystal displays, light emitting diodes, and plasma displays. This, while we are considering about the color representation, they were monochrome, that is only of the black and white nature. Grayscale, in which we are considering the combinations of black and white colors, and colored, in which we are going to consider the color system within that. So, when we are considering the display devices or monitors, the history is ranging from the CRT, that is cathode ray tube, and it is moving forward to from the color CRT, liquid crystal display, light emitting display, DVST, plasma display, and 3D displays. We will going in detail about this part now. So first section or the first part that we are going to study is about the CRT monitors. CRT is standing for cathode ray tube. This technology was used in the traditional computers and televisions. This cathode ray tube was having a vacuum tube that was used for displaying an image. As you can get from the diagram, the connector pins are connected to the electrical supply. Due to that electrical supply, electrical energy will be converted and the base will be get heated. While base has been heated, it will trying to emit the electron guns. These electron guns, when get heated, it produces electron beam. This electron beam is allowed to pass through the focusing system and deflection foils. Afterwards, this electron beam has been going to strike on a vacuum tubes. That tubes are having phosphorus encoding inside them. As the phosphor is having a property to glow up, when come in contact with the rays, they are glowing, and such glowing was maintained and considered for the display of an image. This is a CRT monitor. The basic component was an electron gun which is going to emit the electrons. Now, as far as development has proceeded in the devices, raster scan has been considered, in which we are going to use the scan lines. The scan lines are the baselines by which we are going to consider to draw the image. After completion of drawing of the image, these scan lines are retraced or that are erased, and that is a raster scan. In the random scan monitors, we are going to draw the image by selecting the position that we are going to need. These three are also using the CRT monitors. Next, we have to come to the DVST, that is a direct view storage tube. As its name indicates, it is using two guns. First gun is a primary gun that we are using in our CRT monitors. Same as like we will use a second gun, that is a flood gun. This flood gun will be used to store the direct view. These two will work for the writing beams and we will get the image. This direct view storage tube was having one most disadvantage, that is the image can't be updated. You have to redraw the image each and every time. Now, up to yet, as you have understood, all of the monitors are of the black and white type. They are not having colors within them. So for providing the colors, the two basic methods or techniques has been used. First is the beam penetration method and second is shadow mask CRT. The beam penetration method, as its name indicates, it is going or allowing the beam to be passed, to be penetrate through the green layer and red layer. When electron beam is having higher capacity, it is going beyond of the red layer. If it is having less capacity, it will be working in the intermediate layer, that is orange and yellow. And if it is having a lesser volumes, it will be in the green layer. So here you can achieve the colors red, green, orange and yellow. This beam penetration method was having limitation of colors, as you are restricted to the combinations of green and red colors only. The next method is called as a shadow mask CRT. This shadow mask CRT is using the guns. Three different electron guns are used for obtaining the three different colors, that is the red, green and blue. These three different guns were going to emit the electron beams that will pass through a shadow mask. This mask will be used to avoid the color which we does not want. The color that we does not need will be allowed to strike on the area which is not having a hole. Where there is a hole, the beam will be passed and it will be struck. While striking on the screen, this will have three different phosphorus color dots, red, green and blue. These phosphorus dots will be highlighted as the electron gun will emit that. Next type of device that we have to consider is about a plasma display. These plasma displays are using glass plates. Within that, the neon gas is filled, and with this flowing of neon glass, the image has been displayed. This is a mostly considered type of display, that is a liquid crystal display. In the liquid crystal display, the mnemonic type structure is considered to display the image. These threads, mnemonic means threads, these threads are placed aligned to each other. Whenever you are making them on state, it is having a alignment which has been disturbed, and through this disturbed alignment, the current has been passing and you are getting the image. In the off state, all of the mnemonic structures are aligned properly. While we are considering about this light emitting diodes also, light emitting diodes or LEDs are using some combinations like metal film, charge side carrier, and these LEDs are using arrangement or a matrix of the light emitting diodes. While the most important consideration nowadays is about a 3D viewing. The three-dimensional concept is representing the area that we have not observed, and for that purpose we are going to use some process that which we will apply the rotation to taking picture, and we will get the 3D viewing. This is an architecture of raster display system with the display processor. The display processor, system, monitor, all of them how are operated, that is represented here. The IO devices through system bus passes message to display processor, and display processor through frame buffer it is moved to video controller and directly to our monitor. This whole was about the display devices. Have a good day. Thank you.